You know who I am, Mr. Seal?
No, ma'am.
I'm Dana Sabota, the State Attorney General. You got DEA, ATF, FBI all wanting their pound of flesh.
Yes, ma'am. Let's grab a room.
Yeah. Well, you hit to trifecta, didn't you?
I want to draw particular attention, Tone, to XRP, which has had an interesting time. We've seen Ripple has just closed a $200 million Series C funding round. Some say this is a chance for XRP to launch and skyrocket, and yet despite all this, it's still down around 95% from its all-time highs back in 2017. Tone, do you see any value in the asset? Do you see any chance for growth? Or do you think XRP is in serious trouble?
And the state of Arkansas is gonna rip the bark right off of you, boy. We are gonna put you in a 4x6 cell for the rest of your life.
Man, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Miss Sabota, I have Governor Clinton on the line. He says it's urgent.
That's the way the market moves. But moving for a moment to some other assets in the space, obviously we can't just focus on Bitcoin right now. I want to draw particular attention, Tone, to XRP, which has had an interesting time. We've seen Ripple has just closed a $200 million Series C funding round. Some say this is a chance for XRP to launch and skyrocket, and yet despite all this, it's still down around 95% from its all-time highs back in 2017. Tone, do you see any value in the asset? Do you see any chance for growth? Or do you think XRP is in serious trouble?
I think XRP should be in very serious trouble legally. And this is what always bothered me about Ripple. You are a company. You may or may not do something interesting in the database space to help the banks, route their data. The Ripple token itself has absolutely no place. The Ripple token now more than ever acts as a security of the Ripple Corporation. All around. And I can't wait. Like, if this company goes away, I usually don't like people getting arrested, but if the C-level management of Ripple gets arrested, I'll actually be happy. It's one of the few times I can honestly say that.
Come here. Mr. Governor.
Put him through. Clear the room. Take him with you. Yeah. What do you need, Bill?
I'm gonna walk out of here. I'm gonna walk out of here. There ain't a damn thing any one of you can do about it.
Hello. Bob, Mr. President.
Mr. Speaker, Senator.
I want to thank you, Mr. President, on behalf of my colleagues.
Do it.
Wait a minute, huh?
No, he's free to go, boys.
What the hell you mean he's free to go?
You want to explain what's going on here?
He's free to go.
Free to go.
You boys should have taken the caddies.
We're continuing to work on things that you'll be hearing about in the near future, that even today, sitting here right now, you wouldn't believe it's possible, that we have found the answers. You'll be hearing about it, but we have found answers to things that people said would not be possible, certainly not in a very short period of time. But the wonders of the last century will pale in comparison to what today's young innovators will achieve, because they are doing things that nobody thought even feasible to begin. We continue to embrace technology, not to shun it. When people are free to innovate, millions will live longer, happier, healthier lives.
Your reputation precedes you.
I have to admit, I wasn't expecting an invitation back.
They're called orders, Maverick.
There is an opportunity to fundamentally rewire how modern economic or modern financial infrastructure works in the pre-funding. You have about $10 trillion.
describe the phenomenon we're seeing, and the flywheel analogy came to mind. And with a heavy industry flywheel, it takes a lot of energy to rotate the wheel the first time. And that involves, in the blockchain analogy, proving value, feasibility, value to the customer, to the providers, feasibility, and that it works. And we've seen that first rotation, and now we're seeing this flywheel set in motion. First rotation, and now we're seeing this flywheel set in motion per our title, and that involves ease of implementation, reg clarity, as well as perhaps a boost from digital assets.
The promise of cryptocurrency in many ways has been lost. And so there are any number of needs, not the least of which is to fold them into payments law in a more rational way and to rationalize payments law overall.
All right. Well, and as defined by you or someone else, what is rational? Seriously, it's your definition of what's rational, because there's a whole environment out there of brilliant, genius young people who are coming up with new ways to transfer value every single day, and I worry that we're gonna crush that entrepreneurial spirit and that advancement. Obviously, you and I, we've heard of Bitcoin, we've heard of Ethereum. You familiar with XRP and the efforts of Ripple?
With the distributed ledger technology for their payments?
Yep.
Yes.
I think there would probably be some changes needed in terms of the Federal Reserve System, but for smaller valuation or smaller amount payments, I think you already are seeing some blockchain-based systems being created that enable the movement of money. So I think there are examples out there. We talked about XRP or others that kind of offer this.
Do you support sort of monetary freedom for people that want to move their money away from fiat currencies, get their money out of the banking system into cryptocurrencies? Because right now you have banks restricting payments to these platforms and so forth, and people feel like government regulations are essentially impeding in their desire to do that.
Well, right now, people who are investing in these currencies are finding a way to, to do so and make use of their investments. I don't think that you could impede it with regulation if you tried.
When you think about the fourth industrial revolution, this is all about the web merging together with the physical web, merging together with sort of the human web, if you will. I would add another one to that, and we would call that the Internet of Value. So think of, in terms of where we're going, of billions of devices, which are not only internet connected, but actually hold small amounts of value. So they can literally be economic actors themselves. So our phones, our cars aren't just trading information, they're actually trading payments and money with people and with each other and with companies. That just really opens up the scope of where our global economy is going. So we think this is sort of a key part of the puzzle of trying to make this fourth industrial revolution as, you know, positive and productive for people.
Of course, I think it's the right move. Look, I don't love regulation. I don't love taxes. There's a lot of things I don't love that are absolutely necessary. And whether Hong Kong gets it right or not, if we're going to legitimize this world, which has been fraught with fraudulent ICOs that are bringing no value, and we really want to tokenize real assets, securities, natural gas contracts, gold, oil, diamonds, art, you know, all the things that you can think about, there needs to be a legitimate secondary market for that, where you as an individual or as a corporation can go and transact and know that it's appropriately regulated. So I applaud the step. I think that the regulators have been slow. There's regulators in other parts of the world that have to move a little quicker, have to be more specific. And over time, we'll have a global regime, and we'll really see the kind of tokenization, the token economy take off, in my opinion.
All is not what it seems, and thus the eye of the enlightened always sees something else.
To bring traffic onto our payment network, and then we want to settle with a digital asset, and we kind of also have these aspirations of like growing the whole cryptocurrency space through efforts like Ubri and Spring. And we're trying to pull a whole lot of threads together. And I think the biggest challenge for us is sort of keeping that fitting into a coherent system.